Gentleman from Illinois.
Mr. Chairman, I'm pleased to yield 2 minutes to the distinguished gentleman from Texas, Dr. Ron Paul.
Gentleman's recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I ask unanimous consent to revise and extend my remarks.
Without objection.
I rise in strong support of the Hyde Amendment. I don't think it's the strongest amendment we could have because ultimately this debate won't end until we stop the federal funding or the taxpayer funding of population control overseas. But nevertheless, a vote for this amendment is a strong statement in opposition to tax-supported abortion. I would like to address the subject of the gag rule. As many of you know, that if there's any violation whatsoever of any civil liberties or the Constitution, no matter how well-intended a piece of legislation is, I will vote against it. On occasion, I have voted against pro-life legislation for that reason. But let me tell you, this gag rule argument is a red herring if I've ever seen one. This has nothing to do with the First Amendment. This would be like arguing that if we had a prohibition in this bill against passing out guns to civilians in some foreign nation, you say, oh, you can't have a prohibition on that because of the Second Amendment of the right to own guns. That would be nonsense. So this has nothing to do with the First Amendment, but it does have something to do with the rights of U.S. citizens, forcibly taking funds through taxes from people who believe strongly against abortion. Yes, someone mentioned earlier that this was a violation of the religious beliefs of people overseas. What about the religious beliefs of the people in this country who are at the point of a gun forced to pay for these abortions? That's where the real violation is. It's not an infraction on the First Amendment. Matter of fact, I think this is a bad choice and bad tactics for those who support abortion, because this is like rubbing your nose into it when you ask the people who feel so strongly against abortion to pay for abortion, to pay for the propaganda, and to pay for the lobbying. Ultimately, the solution will come when we defund overseas population control.
Gentleman from California.